Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be building with just kits, and if need be, we'll use base game if there's anything that the kits don't cover, but I think we might have almost everything just in kits at this point. Just a reminder, if you do want to support this channel directly, you can use creator code Deligracy on the EA app if you purchase any Sims packs. And there's also a sale on right now, so good time to pick up any packs that you've had your eye on. So anyway, thanks for everyone who's been using the code. Let's jump into it. So I'm on a very small lot in Willow Creek. I think this is actually like the smallest lot we can build on. What size is this? 20 by 15. So we're gonna be making a little house, which I think goes with the idea of little kits. I did do a little sketch because I've been sketching the houses I wanna make. So I'm just checking the side now. But yeah, I've uninstalled all the packs except kits, just because it's way easier to do that. And also I was talking to my sister about The Sims yesterday, and we we're talking about how there's so many packs now. It can become quite overwhelming sometimes if you have like a lot of packs installed, if you happen to be lucky to have a lot of them. And we were just saying it's actually a really good idea to just play with some of the packs. Just select some packs to play with and don't feel like you always have to play with all of them turned on. And I just thought I'd share that with you guys. If you ever feel a bit overwhelmed by how much stuff there is, don't forget you can always now turn some of the packs off. In the start menu, there's an option to do that, or James on his website, jamesturner.yt, has also had a way to disable packs as well. So yeah, just a little handy reminder if you're just feeling like it's all a bit much, just maybe select a few packs to play with, and that might make you feel a bit better. The pathway that we should use is maybe this Greenhouse Haven brick. I love this brick. Now we've got to do our roofing. And yeah, I keep looking to the side here because I'm looking at my drawing. I find it, like recently I found it so much easier to draw a general idea of what I want to build first and then go into the game. Again, talking about this feeling of being less overwhelmed, it just makes me feel better when I start the game to just be like, okay, I kind of have an idea of what I want to create. Also, if you hold down shift, you can alter one side of the roof instead of when you don't hold shift, it alters both sides of the roof. Just a handy dandy little tip, because I've been getting a lot of feedback from you guys that the tips are really helpful, so I'll keep them coming. Now, I was thinking we do have a few different doors that have come from kits, and overall, I think what I want to create is like a really cute, more suburban family home. I often love doing like really modern builds, but I think today we'll aim for more suburban, which isn't necessarily like super modern, but maybe a hint of modern. You know what? I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But I do love the Greenhouse Haven kit, and I actually haven't watched what other people have built for their only using kit builds, but as a guess, I imagine a lot of people use these items because they are really versatile. That's why I do recommend Greenhouse Haven kit, but we also now have a lot of great base game windows that they've added. Actually, maybe we'll use some base game and some Greenhouse Haven. Like, I really like these base game windows that we now have. I think they're really cute, and they're just a little bit shorter, so maybe we'll use these on the ground level. And I was also thinking of doing like a little garage area because we have that kind of garage kit restoration workshop. Like, yeah, I kind of want to make a whole garage section built. The problem is we don't have garage doors. One of the reasons why I would love to have cars in The Sims 4 is simply so we can, maybe I actually want to make this slightly wider. No, we'll keep it little for now. I'm darting all over the place. I want cars simply so we can create more realistic homes, like we can have a garage door and put a car in it. I really don't need to see my Sims driving all about town. If you've ever played The Sims 2, the way they did cars in that game was really great because you just saw your Sims hop into the car, maybe reverse, and that was it. And then when they arrive home, they just drive in and hop out of the car. Or if they arrive somewhere. It was just like a really simple way of doing it. Unlike The Sims 3 where you see them drive around everywhere. But I don't know if we're gonna be able to create a garage door that doesn't look kind of a little bit weird because we're not using City Living, which actually has the garage door. I don't think kits have the options. We could get kind of horizontal siding and no, that's gonna look bad. My concept is to maybe use some wainscoting or just have a brick front and do like a nice little door at the back, or do a backyard shed as opposed to a garage. That might be a better way of doing it. So we would get rid of this. I mean, maybe we can lift this off the ground and actually have space for a deck this way. Let's just place that in there because a deck's always nice. Maybe we even just do it to here just to really show that this is the entrance of the house. And I'm going to hold down shift, bring down that a touch. I don't think I want to use the castle column or the Moroccan one because the point of our version of this, I suppose, build challenge is not to try and use the kits as much as possible. It's to just use the kits to create a really nice coherent build. Oh, we have a problem here. That's going to reach into these columns unless we like flip up the roof like this, which I don't think really suits the style of the house. Why don't we just create an actual ceiling here? So then we're going to be able to paint that underneath. Otherwise, if we just place the roof, you'll just look up to the roof. And most roofs in The Sims aren't painted underneath, except for a few exceptions, like Adventure Awaits. Those ceilings are painted underneath, which is really nice. And this plaster wallpaper is from the Restoration Workshop, and it's like my new thing to kind of use this as I'm building. I know it's a bit odd, but I just enjoy it. So that's why I'm doing that. I don't know how long I'll do it for, but it's what I do at the moment. Okay, maybe I'll just move that a little bit so we have a bit more room upstairs for funsies. And then in terms of these pillars, I'm not really sure what color house I want to do on the exterior yet. We'll figure that out soon. Let's get some more of these windows from the greenhouse kit. Greenhouse Haven. I really do love these, and I love that there is an option. What did I do? I went to curved walls. I love that there's an option with the window open at the top. That's just such a nice little detail. Oh, I've turned on auto windows. Oh, by room. So this is actually a function not many people know about. Basically, usually you would place windows like on the wall where you want them to be. But if you select by room, it actually just like automatically places them in the room for you. So that's handy even if you want to get an idea of where to put your windows. But yeah, that one got me then. I forgot about that. And then I think upstairs we'll obviously need some smaller windows. We might need to put on move objects because it doesn't really want to place windows here. Although we can put this one. Maybe we can do 3 of those upstairs. And then I might do a nice white trim. My mum was taught as a young girl to not say white, but to say white with a so we always make fun of her because she's always like, when white. And then she's like, stop, it's just how I say it. It's the proper way to say it. Oh, funny. Actually, we would probably want to adjust this window slightly so it's in line with the upstairs if we want to do the same windows upstairs. We may not. This is the point where it might be handy to figure out a floor plan. And also if we can fit, we probably need to build a shed out here. So let's go ahead and do just like a really cute garden shed out the back. I even had an idea of doing like a sunroom conservatory, but I might be getting a little bit big for my boots trying to do that as well. I did do like a little sketch for a really general idea of what to do in this floor plan, but I feel like it's not going to work at all. Again, I don't feel like the castle kit or the Moroccan kit is really fitting into our style because it's more of a suburban house, but let's put a staircase in just here. I also need some saucer lights because I can't see a thing, so let's get our subtle saucers. Love these. Also, if you have any build video requests, please let me know in the comments. Always happy to hear any requests you guys might have. I also wonder if I want to do a bit of an L shape and then turn this into a bathroom area just so it's a little bit different to what I usually do for a floor plan. Because that could be a nice bathroom because then you can have the toilet in this little nook or the shower there. Yeah, I like that. A little bit different. Okay, and you're going to go in the shed. Potentially we'll be back there because I love that kit. I just want a car in it, you know? And then I think this will look fine if we have a railing there. So also there's some renovations going on next door. I do apologize if there's any noise coming through the mic. It's actually been really annoying. Sometimes I have to wait all day before I can film. But like, we really can't complain because we did a lot of construction ourselves last year, which our neighbors, no one complained about. So it's all good. Do we want this to... I wanted to make this room bigger because I really don't like only having one floor tile at the top of the stairs. I feel like you need just a little bit of breathing room, but then that would mean to keep our lovely exterior, we'd need to just open up this a bit. Oh, I opened it up a little bit too much. And then I guess we need some kind of decking out here as well, or just a little bit so that you can walk out a back door and step down to the grass area. I wonder if we could actually do an angled shed back here, as if it's one of those sheds you can buy online and just kind of put together in your backyard. I actually think this is really going against the lot size. Yeah, let's, because our lot is little, and I do like that it's little, let's make this little. How small we want to make it is the next question, because we want to make sure that we have enough room to put in all of our restoration workshop things that we would like to have. Let's see. Well, I think the workshop bench is really great because the sim can work on their handiness skills. So I definitely want to have this in here. Let's pop that there. And it's okay if this workshop is really cluttered, because often a shed is, often a workshop is. So I don't mind that. Probably don't need a whole thing of wood here. Do we want to be fixing anything? Probably don't need to be. Probably just want more of the workshop vibe. We can maybe have this little guy in here. Also, does anyone know if these semi-reliable water heaters fully work? Oh yeah, it says status fully operational. So these actually, and the fuse box actually works as well. So I guess in for rent, they can fail and they add maybe to your house builds. I need to look into these more, because another build I want to do is like a fully properly functioning home. So it would have a laundry, it would have the water heater and the fuse box, it would have light switches, like everything, the most realistic house possible, I guess. One thing I'm already enjoying about this little build challenge is that I can really appreciate the finer details in these kits that I might have not noticed already. Like I haven't thought ever since getting the kit, or except for when I first got the kit, to check out the Volt fuse box, how it works. And now that's a really good reminder that, oh yeah, I did want to check that out. I'll also put the light in here. And also just remembering we have the sawdust and like the scuff marks is really cool too. All right, I think I've fit in what I want to in here at the very least. We've got those things in there. So I think that's big enough. Yeah, that'll be fine. And we can add in more stuff as well as we go. I'm getting really annoyed that I don't have move objects on, so let's just turn that on. Also, for anyone who's stuck kind of creating an opening in their stairwell, you might find when you fence around the opening and delete the flooring inside, it deletes the entire upper floor. To get around that, just do another fenced area around the flooring here. Delete that flooring and then delete the fencing, and you think, wait, but Deli, that didn't work. Delete the flooring again. It should work. It's really funny, annoying little thing. But yeah, just remember, just fence it in, delete the flooring, delete the fencing, delete the flooring again. And that should help some of you guys out. All right, so upstairs, we don't have to have a wall here. We could open that up slightly, or even, let me think about this. How do I want to do it? Where do I want to put a bathroom? Let's actually try placing some beds first, just to make sure everything fits. So I'm just going to place this one for now. Let's just say this could be the main bedroom. You'd want to have side tables next to the bed. So let's just whack in a couple of those just for placement. Those won't be our final ones. So we could do it like that. And then we would also want to have room for a wardrobe or a dresser, which I love. I actually love this mudroom dresser. And also we have these taller mudroom dressers as well, which I would also love to use. Oh, because we're building in live mode, I just need to do a sneaky motherload cheat. So we could have our wardrobe like that, entrance here, and maybe this main bedroom doesn't have its own bathroom, and instead we have a shared bathroom situation, or it does have its own bathroom, because it is handy to have two bathrooms in real life and in The Sims. So their bathroom would go there. Maybe their entrance to their bedroom goes there, but then we have this like weird void, which is just does not look good. Okay, I've been playing around a bit with the floor plan, and I think it's best if we do a bathroom here that's shared on the upstairs floor, because we also have the bathroom downstairs, which is kind of like a main bathroom. And then right here, this could be a walk-in wardrobe where we have like a really lovely setup with the mudroom kit, which I love the mudroom kit. So good. And then maybe we would, instead of having an actual door here, we could just have a nice little simple archway just like that. Although technically that one doesn't fit. Although I think it would still work though. The upstairs area has been a little bit tricky to figure out, but I think we can make this into a 3-bedroom house, 2-bathroom, by just having an angled wall here. I think that'll look probably the best. And then we can put bunk beds or single beds in here. I don't think it would actually fit a double at any point unless you put it up against the wall or have smaller side tables, but you technically could. So a 3-bedroom family house, 2-bathroom is actually perfect, I think. I think that'll be really nice. Then we can have a window here. So there's a little bit of natural light in this area. Maybe we can put a smaller window over here, or we could put a bookshelf there, I suppose. Don't really need a window in the shower area though. Okay, so upstairs looks pretty good to me. And then I imagine that we would have a lounge room down here and then kitchen, dining area over on this side. But I'm actually really loving how this house is turning out, and I love that it's a bit different to my usual. I don't think the maximalist kit fireplace, I mean, we could do this one potentially in here. It could work. It could work. Or probably won't do the Desert Luxe one. This secretary kit one could work as well. That's an option. We also have this from the kits. That's another option. Or we have this base game one, which is probably what I'd be more likely to lean towards just because it could match the exterior of our house and bring those exterior colors in, which could be handy. But in saying that, we have a few options here. I think we should at least use one of them. Let's go with this one to begin with, knowing that we can change it if we want to. Or do we want to put it down this side of the room? No, there's more room to put couches lengthways, I think. So this front room could be a little office area because we do have I call it the little Simsy kit here with the comfy gamer things. So we can use that in this area. And then over here, I thought we could do the lounge room. Originally, I was going to do kitchen and dining here, but I actually think that'll fit better over on the other side. But just because it's a little narrow, I'm wondering if we can just punch out the wall a little bit. Just punch it out a touch here so we can just have a little bit more room. The only thing is it doesn't leave us space to create a faux fireplace chimney. So the chimney would, yeah, actually that's the only thing. Bummer. Because I feel like if we do have the fireplace, we kind of need to build a little bit of structure around it. We could probably fit the cozy kitsch couches in like this though, so it's still quite a big seating area. And then we can have the double doors going here onto a patio. Maybe we can use a glass roof over that. And then over here, we could do the dining room and use these cozy kitsch chairs in one of the colors. And then I think we have the country kitchen kit that we could use, or we can obviously use this base game one, which I'd usually be inclined to use. But since we are doing more of a kit focus build, we could see if this one can kind of work. Yeah, so maybe we would have a kitchen that kind of, oh my gosh, there's so much drilling next door. We could have a kitchen that kind of is structured like this maybe. And I did actually pull it out a bit because originally it was sitting in line with this wall. But I think if we pull it out, we can just get a little bit more length here to fit in that dining table nicely. Potentially we can have it curve all the way around here. And then for our roof line, we would just either do a pitched roof like this, or we could just do an angled roof like we have on the other side, which might look nicer, this style, and make it look kind of coherent. Oh, actually it looks nice across the whole way there. I was only gonna do it on the smaller portion, but I quite like it going across the whole way, or we just do part of the way. I mean, both look good. I know this area is a little bit fuddy-duddy, but I kind of like that there's a specific spot for your electric box. And I was actually thinking we could put the outdoor bin here as well, so that has like a little home here that Sims, I'm pretty sure, can just step up to here without a step technically, but there's a step there anyway. Okay, I think I had to edit a chunk out of the video because there was so much construction noise for a while, but I think they've finished up now. So I'll just show you guys where I'm up to. I've gone with a green exterior for the house. This is base game wallpaper, which I think looks really good. The only thing is I'd rather go with the brown brick because I just feel like that looks a bit better, but I think we only have this red brick color, which is yeah, a bit of a shame. Although it's not that noticeable, maybe we can get away with it. There's no complete match. Maybe I'll try it. Anyway, so this is the color scheme we're going with. And then in other rooms, I was thinking we do this kind of blue kitchen. We'll go with a matching blue lounge room, but the furniture we have in here, we can have a bit of fun with the bright colors. And then upstairs, the artist room, why not have the mural in the artist room as if the artist has actually drawn the mural? Because I always put it in the nursery just because it came with this nursery pack. But I think it's kind of cool in the artist room. And I want to do an artist room because we have the gorgeous artist studio kit we can use. And I'll do a nursery just because we have the storybook nursery kit we can use. So I haven't really furnished it, but I placed stuff down. And then I was playing with the maximalist wallpaper in the main bedroom and also the mudroom flourish wallpaper, just experimenting a bit with different ideas. But we've got a general gist now. And then I created this lovely patio area with the greenhouse glass roof, because we can also use the greenhouse glass stuff. Obviously, we've been using the windows. And how I've done that is, I'll just add that trim there. I drew some flooring just by dragging this over on either side. And then I've put 2 roofs here. Oh, it's just moved my columns. Well, they do look kind of nice up there. And then I made a last piece of roofing to place over the gap, which used to be this color. And all you have to do is select the other roofing and bam, you've got a lovely glass roof just there. And I've got a downlight just hanging out for some reason. Now we could turn this into a greenhouse, but given that our plan has always been for it to be a shed, let's just keep it as a shed. And I'm gonna be inspired by the door that we actually have on our shed. And there's actually not a door like it. I'm thinking of the door that came with cats and dogs with the vertical wood. All right, we can pivot. What about this door? That looks like a garden shed door, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Do we want some shed windows? Do we have any space for windows in here? I feel like you only need like 1 window in a shed. A lot of sheds just don't have windows. So if you have 1 window, you're living it up. And then what color do we want to go with all this stuff in here? Do we want to do a bit of a blend? Oh, I like the navy. Maybe we can do a bit of a navy and red combo of things in here. Yeah, that's cool. Bit of a mixed bag in this area. I don't know what flooring you usually have in a shed. I think it's usually concrete. We'll pop concrete flooring down and we'll work on this more in a little while. And then we'll just do concrete on this little step up bin area as well. Oh, it's already got concrete there, cool. I guess also because we have the greenhouse kit, it would be good to have a few gardening items out here just as a nod to that one. So let's have a little gardening table here with a few things on it. Some potting equipment would be nice. Actually, I'll lower the pot down to the ground. These are like half planted pots. Oh, we don't have a half version. We'll do empty ones then. And I love this stuff. I feel like this is just so realistic if you're a gardener having bags of soil and fertilizer and whatnot. So we'll place a couple of those around. We've really been working on this bit by bit. And I guess if we're using a gardening kit, then we should have some kind of garden somewhere. I wonder if we can use these gables in white if we change up our roofing. What is actually the difference between these? It's a very, very small difference between a brighter white and a gray. But yeah, we could think about lowering this so we can just use these, but that means we also have to lower the other roof. And I feel like that doesn't even look that good. So maybe we try and use it just on the shed. Oh, the shed's too small though. Can we lower this with our bracket key? We can. Yeah, I mean, we can do a little shed. We can have a little shed moment with a little gable here. Oh, but those are forever going to be stuck, even with walls down, which is kind of annoying. I'm not sure if everyone will love that. Yeah, you can delete them if you download this and you don't like it. Yeah, it's okay. You can have this greenhouse haven box here. I like that it's painted the same color as the house. We also have some lovely flowers we can have hanging off parts of the house too. Do one of these or a couple of these on the deck. We have a few outdoor kits too. If we wanted, we could go full-blown desert luxe, but I feel like it's going to take up a bit too much space. Well, I'll put a couple of planters here just for our greenhouse, making a little bit more sense. But we are restricted by our lot size. Maybe we can use this little kids style stripy table outside with these matching chairs. They actually do tie into the rest of the house pretty nicely because it's got those lovely soft greens in it. It's a little outdoor table, a little barbecue. If we just move this to the side a bit more, we might be able to fit it all in. I'm gonna angle this because I think the Sims will be happier getting to it that way. And we definitely have this theme of the soft green. Oh, that's so interesting. This table doesn't want to hold anything on it. I've never noticed that before. We will need some lighting out here, so I'll just place a downlight under each of these surface areas. And then we'll also do some roofing. I think I might just do like white light wood up here to keep it really simple. We'll have a look at it on the inside if it looks any good. But I feel like in The Sims, the wood looks really nice as roofing. It just looks good with the game graphics. And then I'm gonna do a more makeshift looking roof over the outdoor areas and the shed area because it wouldn't be as nice in those areas as the inside because it would get all weathered over time. So we'll place those there. To go into the first person camera, you press tab and then you can use your mouse to gently look up at the ceiling and that way we can see what we've done in here. I mean, the ceiling's okay. Otherwise we could just have flat white. And before we get fully into our furnishing inside, I'm just gonna do a little bit of landscaping. I also think fencing off this back area might be nice as well, just to make it feel more contained in its perfect little space too. We can have a tall back fence. I deliberately left one tile width so we could do a fence here. We can still place a tree just on the edge. We can still have our little planters here. Did we want to path all of that? Nah, we'll do terrain paint. Oh, and it's not going to want me to join up to there. Sometimes I find we need to cheat a little bit. So what I'm going to do is probably place some kind of tree or shrub here that covers it up or a hedge like that. And we can even press Control and the 9 key to lift another piece up to make it a little bit taller. Or some of you guys might not even need to hold down Control. It depends if you've fiddled around with your camera settings. But yeah, we're just making a little hedge here, makeshift hedge. Actually, I better move it over to the right because it might be going through the wall a bit. And I would rather not have a hedge in my kitchen. Oh, and we have a little bit of problem with this fence because you need to have a big gate. And I don't think we have a single gate for it. And I don't love that that light goes into our shed. So that's not ideal, but we can't really do much about it. Okay, so that's our little back gate. I don't think we need a front gate because we already have this fence here and then I think it's just going to be too many fences. Let's pop a hedge here. Oh, we could go double hedging, kind of fun. That creates the illusion of a fence. And you can hold down Alt to just place things off the grid. And of course with the move objects on sheet, you can then layer your landscaping, which is lovely and definitely looks a little bit more realistic than if you don't have it switched on. And let's do some lavender because purple and green just grew together really beautifully. You can use your bracket keys to make some bushes smaller, other ones bigger. That also makes it look a little bit more organic as well. If you're sitting on the porch, I mean, they might have a porch. It'd be nice to have some lavender going around the side here and at your windows. They're just big lavender fans. Of course, we want to be able to get up and access these little bits here, so maybe we won't clutter this area too much. We'll just do some little bushes. You can still get around them. Same goes with this little garden spot. We want to make sure that the Sims can actually get to them, hopefully. Another nice thing to add are just some rocks around the place. There are some lovely big rocks that came with one of the kits too in different colors. It can be easy to forget to use these rocks because they're this orange color, but they do come in gray colors as well. I wonder if we can fit a tree here. Small, ooh, that looks a bit big. Might not. It's such a little block, we might not be able to fit one in. Maybe right on the edge here. There we go. We can reserve this space for some flowers. And then what will really bring this landscaping all together to make it really good is the terrain paint. So let's get some dark, dirty terrain paint, lower the size and adjust the softness because sometimes it's just a little bit too much. And I feel like I'm saying a little bit a lot this video. A little bit or a little is like the word of the day. We're gonna use a lot of terrain paint. You just paint underneath like this, da 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 da, all around. Under anything that is a plant or the sides of the structures, underneath the garden beds as if they've been sitting there for a long time and grass hasn't been able to grow out from underneath. And then we can go back with some more green options as well. So we can just kind of do a bit of both. And yeah, I just feel like this makes it look so much better. I wish we had some greenery we could put on the side, but we haven't got that in any kits. So there's going to be no vines growing up on this house. Lovely, landscaping is done. So in the kitchen, we have the awesome kit, the kitchen clutter kit, which is one of my favorites. I feel like this has been so useful. I also just remembered just now that I do not have a fridge in here, so I might need to rearrange things a bit. But yeah, I just love that we have so many bits and bobs in this kit. Okay, this is where we probably actually ideally need a fridge. So let's just shuffle these out. And we did get a fridge with this kit as well, which is wonderful. Oh my gosh, we've already blown through 40,000 simoleons. That's crazy. This is slightly too high. Bummer. What we could do is put the shelving over on this side and put a bigger window here potentially. Can we fit one of our hung windows? No, that's too much. What about one of these single hung windows? There we go. Can pop a couple here. They'll probably look nice from this side. Yes, it does. I'm not going to make these green because I don't think that looks very good in this room. Create a bit of space by having the sink there. Do you have any cute curtains from kits to put over the windows? Yeah, this is from the bistro kit. Nice. Do we want to go maybe just the fresh whites with the gold trims on them? That's nice. I know technically they're meant to go down here, but I think in this kitchen we'll have them more as traditional curtains. And then that will make us alter this area slightly because the shelves are a bit too close to the fridge. I feel like you'll whack your head on them or you'll whack the door on them. So maybe let's do a little asymmetrical shelf. We could fit a fruit basket over here. Is that too random? Actually, I think that's too far away from the kitchen for my liking. Do a plaster wall over on this side, or we could actually fully take the brick and have a full exposed brick wall in here, which I kind of like instead of painting it white. Now back to my lovely kitchen kit. Yeah, I just feel like this is a great one. So much good stuff in it. And these shelves are from the Kayla kit, the little Simsy kit. Oh, this is probably my favorite piece, the grocery bag, because it just makes the kitchen look so lived in. And I think they just did such a good job with the design of it. And these shelves are pretty good for holding the kitchen stuff too, I've just realized. Should I size that one down perhaps and put some more jars up here in different colors so they look like they're holding different things inside? They're very organized with their jars in this household. Far more organized than me. Oh, that's cool. Cool, that just randomly fits up there. Oh, that is not random. That comes from the same kit, so it makes sense that it fits. Oh, and then we can put our menu up here or our recipes up here. This looks beautiful on the table. We'll have a pop of orange. We can also use the bin from Pastel Pot. Do this little panda one. I said little again. We'll do a microwave too. Okay, and then the food can go there. We can use these lights in the kitchen as the feature lights. Maybe in the navy blue, so it's not all light blue matchy. Oh, I just remembered we also have these tiles that we could use from this kitchen kit too, if we wanted to. You know, we could keep this wall that blue color and just have these on the side. I mean, we may as well use them. Also pop the Desert Luxe curtains in this kitchen too, because I think they frame these windows really nicely. We do have a lot of windows in this house. And we can use a frame TV, very snazzy, in the lounge room. Love that. We also have a lot of really nice rugs in kits too. I mean, it's not that hard to build a house with kits these days. It used to be until we got a million kits come out, because now it's like there's so many nice things to use. The bonus of us having many kits available. Whenever I have a circular table, I just feel like I need to either have a circular rug or overlap square rugs or rectangular rugs in a different way. I can't put a rectangular rug underneath a round table. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I just can't do it. I actually think the red looks quite nice. I've also got the burglar alarm here, you know, just in case any Sims want to do any funny business. I might use the mudroom hook instead as well. Gonna use one of the sleek bathroom mats at the front door. And are there any sconce lights that we want to use? Like, these are pretty cool. I imagine this is an older house, but it's been renovated over time. So I like the idea of having sconce lights that are more modern, like these ones. And these ones came with sleek bathroom as well. And we can also use some of the book nook kit, I think, in the lounge room and or the office. But let's place a few of these around the place, otherwise I will forget. Let's use this rug again in the lounge room. The book nook kit, I think, was such a great success because it is so versatile and you can really build it to be any way you want. I'm just building our own really reading area here. And then we'll fill it up with a whole heap of clutter from all the different kits that we have. And then we can have some cute paintings behind this couch area. This candle looks like it smells really, really good. The cookies and the cereal, birthday cake candle, donut, oh my God. Egg. Ooh. Okay, so that's our cool bookshelf wall. I do like a bookshelf wall. It used to be such a struggle to make one until we got that book nook kit, so I'm very grateful we have that now. Let's get some more comfy gamer stuff out for this studio area. Okay, we'll obviously get the gaming chair. Oh, that's a nice timber back to it. We need a sippy cup, very important. Which reminds me, I don't have my sippy cup here. Some games, a controller, absolutely. We need the tower, might just do brown. Some pencils at the back here, and then we can do some extra stuff up on the shelves. And I guess a pegboard would be cool behind the screen so you can put stuff up here. Let's do a couple of pieces for display. The pens can go up here. Size down our little freezer bunny. Oh, our little cow lamp. Yeah, fun. It's a small office, but it's a good office. Like, you gotta have room for the Sims computers. It's really annoying when you don't have a computer for your Sim and then they have to like do work stuff on it and then you have to go to a library. So we'll take care of that. And I love the fan in the office too, because that is very realistic because offices get hot from the computer running, especially if you're playing games and especially if the room is quite small. So that is really perfect. Oh yeah, and we have these little hidey shelves. I guess we could move the door here and shift the light over to this side just so we can use these. And maybe the curtains just go over the window. Oh, I love how this fits in so well into this shelf. That is perfection. We're gonna have lots of cute frames over here. Those shelves are full to the brim. They look good there. We'll do some pastel pop frames here because they go with this wallpaper very nicely. And why not go the blush curtains? Yeah, just to finish that area off. Okay, so lounge room's looking fabulous. So is our home office. Might just angle that slightly so it's a bit more organic looking. Okay, downstairs. Oh, we've just got to finish off this bathroom. I'm feeling like the teal is a bit much in this downstairs bathroom, particularly with the bathtub. So maybe we turn it down a little bit with a green. But yeah, the green still looks really nice. You can even get a green curtain. And I also love using this pink salmon color with the green. I just think they go together really nicely. We're gonna have a little shelf moment up here as well with a confectionery candle. So the bathroom will smell like donut. Yum. For the upstairs bathroom, we could, oh, that's what I was thinking about doing. This blush kind of bathroom, which I kind of love with this wallpaper that came with the mudroom kit. It's definitely not a combination I was expecting on doing, and I don't think I've ever done this combo before, but I do like it. Yeah, we might go with that. Bring up our blush curtains because the blush curtains look Gorgeous. Just use this plant yet again because I love this plant so much. I use it a lot. It's a good one. This would be a great spot to have a propagation station, I feel. I've tried to propagate something one time and it did not work. It was roses and I failed miserably, and I honestly have not tried again. I Googled what I was meant to do and it just nothing worked. And it was weird because Google told me to put it in sand and I felt like it wouldn't work in sand with a solution that I bought. I went the whole mile. I got everything it told me to. And so I had these rose sticks sticking into sand and it just seemed like a bad idea, really. And it never worked out anyway. This is still sticking through this wall. Actually, let's turn this into a little flower corner. I did it again. I said little. What's with the little today? We'll make this into a nice flower corner because this family's into their gardening. They have their Bloomin' Rooms kit. I'm placing some old attic stuff into the shed as well because that's another kit that we got, the attic kit. So we can put some junk in here. One thing that really does impress me is when people have an organized shed. If you have an organized shed, I feel like your life is just in order. I could only hope one day that I can aspire to be as organized as you, because our shed is definitely not organized. But it is cool just seeing like all of these different items that have come in all the different kits and just reminding ourselves that we can use them. Just good to have in the back of your mind that in the attic kit we got these dusty old boxes. Boxes are great for storytelling and for obviously clutter. Boxes around the place. I do feel like we could have had some more wall items. Like we do have these shelves with tools and stuff hanging, which is good, but I'm just looking for more. But I suppose a kit is only so big, they probably can't fit that much more in. We can have some fishing stuff up on the wall. What else do we have in basement treasures? Ah, the trophies. Yes. I don't know what he's making for these trophies, or they are making for these trophies, but they're there. An old photograph. These are quite sweet. Maybe a black and white one. An old Christmas wreath that they bring out next year. Perfect. Great. It's looking very, very lived in and very well used. I love doing an artsy office. I think an artist studio is something that I would dream to have one day, but we don't have the room for it. But it would be really cool to have that kind of space. Right now, actually, my art easel is taking up half the lounge room and it's been there for ages. It's just a blank canvas. Anyway, someone came over and they said, "So what does the blank canvas mean?" And I said, what do you mean it's a blank canvas? They said, "Yeah, well, it's been there for a while, so we're just wondering, like, what's the meaning behind the decoration?" And I said, "No, it's not meant to be a decoration. I just haven't painted anything yet, and it's been there for so long." So I'm hoping on our holiday, because we're going on a little holiday soon, hopefully on that holiday, I'll have some inspiration for what to paint. Because I think it's been there for a little bit too long. And it's really annoying because it's in the way. And James has been very patient, I think. Kind of said, "Okay, I really need you to move that out of the way now." Very patient. So yes, an artist studio would be very handy. But I also really love our house. So even though it would be nice to have more space, we don't need more space. Like, I'm definitely content. And I'm very happy with the lovely house we do have. Oh, but you know what else would be cool? Like a gym space. That'd be sick. A Lego room. Oh, we have another workshop table that came with this kit. That's right. Okay, we've already got this cabinet over here. What should we put right here? We could do a bit of lighting and a little... I did it again! A little... a setup is here, like a painting. Means we can lower this a bit. I'm banning myself from saying the word little. It is absolutely banned now. Actually, it is really handy to have a couple of easels too, while playing Sims, I mean, because sometimes they'll start a painting, but you want them to do a different painting, and then you can just kind of get rid of it whilst painting the other painting. Put the lilies in the corner there. And curtain-wise, do we want curtains in here? I feel like the sheer curtains would just get paint on them. You really would rather have blinds, I think. Does that go all the way to the ceiling? Yeah. You could just have blinds in here that stay up for the most part. Cool painting space. We're just moving from kit to kit now. We're doing Storybook Nursery. storybook nursery. So this is the crib for infants, toddlers, or the toddler can move to the toddler bed. And then we also have a bassinet. I guess the bassinet would actually be better in the main bedroom. And then we could do the toddler bed and the crib in here. Although there's a lot in this kit that we could fit into this room if we don't have 2 beds. So maybe we'll just pick one or the other for now. So we've got the change table. The clothing rack is quite cute. Look how cute that is. It is enormous though. I might have to go on this side. Actually, no. We'll put that over here, this over here, this over here, so it doesn't block the window space. And then we've got these little clothes. I said it again! These clothes to put on here. Oh, and we can have the canopy too. Beautiful. That's really pretty. I like the blue, but I do want to move this. It feels a bit cramped, I'll admit, because it is a small room. Not a little room, it's a small room. And we can also have our rocking chair. So this one was pretty easy just because all the furniture matches. And I do like this wallpaper here. I think that's quite pretty. There can be a changing bag. We don't even need a shelf. The curtains I think will be a bit frilly for this house. Lamp can go there. Again, in the blue is really, really cute. Oh, you don't quite fit in here. No, you don't. So we're going to size you down. I've put the toy box downstairs in the lounge room, so we don't need that. Love the giraffe, because this reminds me of Father of the Bride, because they build the most amazing nursery. Mind you, it's very 90s style, but it's still amazing. And they have a giraffe in it. It just reminds me of that. We could also do the blinds in here combined with maybe one set of shears to break it up a bit. Yeah, one shear there. Because I suppose if you have a nursery, having the daylight blocked out is really important. And for young kids, I assume. Sometimes if a room looks a little too square and, oh, but can we not use this side of the cot? Yeah, we might have a problem here. What happens if we put the chair over this side? They might be able to get in still. I just really want to use this, but I feel like we might be running out of space to use it. And I'm actually thinking of using floorboards in here and using the rug. That's pretty cute that came with this kit as well. This one is really sweet with the animals on it, or you can go the floral. But seeming as though we already have floral wallpaper, let's go the animals. Another option is we get rid of the clothes stuff and we put this wardrobe over here instead, which takes up less space. The armchair over here as well. Do we just want to use the wallpaper all over the room? I mean, why not? Why not live a little? Also, this is your reminder to always save your progress. I just saved, so no one worry, I've already saved. Oh, this blue shelf looks fantastic with this wallpaper. The question is, will anything actually fit on it? Oh, really? Come on. It will just have to do it all manually. These are just some base game clutter items that came with the baby update or infant update when we got that with, or just before Growing Together came out. That was really exciting. Got a few things up there and then we'll pop that back here. Quite nice in the blue actually, so we'll go with that. Okay, I'm keeping this nursery pretty cozy so it's not as light and bright. Actually, I will put the downlight in there just for the purpose of you guys being able to see what it looks like when we go through it. But you could move that light so it has a bit more of a calm vibe for a nursery, which I think could be quite nice. And then the main bedroom here, I think this blush type of thing we're doing is really nice. And yeah, I think we should continue that. We'll put a little bassinet here in case you want to have a baby. You gotta see the baby. Sorry, that's a Seinfeld reference. Then we have, of course, the classic Revival vanity, which is just iconic. Just because vanities in The Sims 4 are, I do like the vanities. We'll pop this comfy chair in. It is a little squishy though, and if we put it in here there's not enough room. Oh, actually there might be. If we put it against this wall, I think you can still get to the wardrobe behind it, so we can do that. But then the question is, what do we put down this very long hallway? Maybe that goes more so up this end. And then we could do a TV in the bedroom, which I used to always disagree with until I was unwell one time and James took the opportunity to go buy a TV. He said, I'll get a TV for you so you can watch stuff in bed. And man, he had the best timing for getting that TV because it was his only time that I ever would have accepted one in the bedroom. And now I'm really glad that we have it. And now I feel like we're working on the Modern Luxe kit. This could have been every room as a different kit. Oh yes, and we have this bookshelf we can use, thank goodness. I was thinking, what am I gonna put on this wall that is nice and slender to fit? But that's nice, and it also has that pinky rose gold look to it, which matches our room perfectly. Might put this on the shelf in here, because we do have some nice shelves. And I think we probably need help from some other kits to do the rest of the furnishing. Although we could do the side tables to match the bed. Might not do the lights as well though, because I feel like that's just too much matchy-matchy. Maybe we do these lights from base game. Those are quite nice. You know, I'm also feeling like if you look at the downstairs and then look at the upstairs, this upstairs bedroom doesn't really suit the rest of the house. So to streamline it a bit more, I'm just gonna do a feature wall with florals. Or we could change it and go with this instead. And maybe we've done so many blue walls, I feel like we need to get rid of some of the blue in here. Or maybe we just go to town with this wallpaper because it's less pretty, you know what I mean? It's a little more graphic. So we can make it work a bit easier, I think. I think it's kind of working in this room. Like it's a bit of a weird mix. I am in this room definitely trying to use a bed from a kit. I mean, I could change it to this one. Maybe that's what I should be doing, but I feel like the patterns are a bit loud. Oh no. Also, just a side note, I really wish this bed, which is a great frame, just had some plain swatches. That would have been really handy. Just again, to make it more versatile. I feel like a broken record. Maybe we don't even do lights on the table. Maybe we do these lights like next to the bed, you know, just lower down. Actually, I like that. And this wood is from the Book Nook kit. Yeah, because then we can just do, again, more plants. When in doubt, always just get more plants. People always get disturbed whenever I put tissues next to the bed, but like if I'm gonna go cry, I'm gonna go cry in my bedroom. There's nothing weird going on. But people, they just say, ew, that's so seedy. I'm like, come on guys. It's just where you cry. Or you might get a snuffle nose during the night. I do really love these open books. They were a good addition to the game. That's definitely a handy one. And I know we've used this downstairs, but I feel like it's okay to use it again upstairs. And I quite like this just being plain. So let's just leave that as plain can be. For a second, I forgot this was a TV and I was thinking, maybe we should do a different painting up here. But no, that's good. Thank gosh we have so many clutter kits because we constantly needing clutter in this house. And just do some exercise stuff here. And then I feel like we need something here. How about we put the light in the middle, although I don't love that being above our candles. Maybe we can put, no, that's weird. That doesn't really fit, does it? And that'll probably light on fire because it's hanging over an open flame. So that we'll say no to. What about this? That can go in the shed. Oh, I feel bad, but you know what? We just won't. We'll just put it away and pretend we never saw it. Oh, what about this? Now, this isn't from a kit. This was, oh, bummer, the mirrors. This was just from a game update at some point. I mean, is there anywhere else we can put this mirror? We could just put it there and have all of this stuff here. Cause that actually looks really cute on the wall. This is a handy piece of artwork. I mean, maybe this wall should just be plain, but then it doesn't tie into the other wall properly, which kind of bothers me. And this doesn't have the same thing going on either. We're just gonna have to go with it, I think. Maybe just get rid of that table. We don't need it. We don't need something in the hallway. We'll just put the light here, we'll move this over and call it a day. And last of all, we just need some curtains in here. So I'm gonna go with blush again. And if you can never find the middle mounts for this curtain, someone told me it's all the way at the bottom in the curtain decor category. So just go scroll all the way to the end and it's there. And that changed my life when I was told that. So now I'm telling you. All right, you guys. Well, this is our finished house, mostly using kits. Not only using kits because we're using base game. I don't know, can I title it only using kits if it's kits and base game? Maybe I'll try titling that and just see what people think. As far as a house build goes, I really like this house. Like, I think if your Sims are moving to a second house, like being in a starter home, they're ready to move up in the world. This house is like your next house and you could just buy it and place it without any furniture in it or just minimal furniture, and I think it would be really good to then furnish bit by bit. So yeah, I'll definitely upload it to the gallery if you guys want to download it. My username is Deligracy over there. Just fixing up that roof. Let's do a final save and then we'll do a walkthrough of this. And because I get asked a lot, the way to do a walkthrough in first person mode is you press tab. You can use the WASD keys to move around, and if you have a mouse with a scroll wheel, you can move in and out. And also make sure your settings are set to the Sims 3 camera, not the Sims 4 camera. And that'll help you use your mouse with a scroll wheel a lot more easily. Anyway, this is our house, super cute, love it. And it's pretty cool that there's 3 bedrooms. Even though we're using 1 as a studio, it's still pretty. Let's have a look at the porch. Very nice, very simple. And then you go inside and we're met with this staircase, L shape. Let's go to the left first, to our beautiful bright lounge room, which we actually fit in quite a bit of furniture thanks to this kit, the Kitsch kit, because it's got 3-seater couch, a 2-seater couch, a 1-seater couch, and an ottoman, which means you can really fill up any space that you have pretty well or pretty nicely. And if this 2-seater is too big for your liking, just put an armchair there. Yeah, I really like how this turned out. I love our fireplace area, TV, very nice. And I think there's something about building on a small lot that's really satisfying because you fill up all the space and it fits in nicely like a little compartment type of thing. I guess that's what's satisfying about building tiny homes too, because you gotta make everything fit in nicely like Tetris. We have our lovely sunny deck area with a barbecue and a bit of a gardening station. Outdoor table. Oh, what is that doing there? I think I was considering using this and then I forgot about it. So let's just put that to the side here. I think that's from the toddler kit. Oh, we're in live mode now. Well, live mode is fine. Okay, so that's the deck. Around here we have a lovely little gardening nook, or you could put some monkey bars there if you wanted to. Bulldoze the fence and put a swing set probably, that would fit. Love the fact that we have this adorable little shed. It's so cute. So we go inside and it just looks like someone's zone, you know, where they can do their handiwork. They've got all of their things they want to hold on to, and it's looking creative in here. We love to see it. Coming back out again, we've got our bin and our fuse box just up here. You can always expand that bathroom if you don't want that little bit. And we'll go to the back here. And this is our gaming office space, which is pretty cool, with a fan to stay cool. So lots of fun items in here. That shelf looks amazing, all filled up. And then we'll go back into our kitchen area. So we've got a lovely round dining table, 6-seater, love that table. And then we managed to use the cottage kitchen combined with the cabinets from the mudroom kit. And I actually think they go together pretty nicely. And I will say you can use the yellow cabinets with the yellow kitchen, and that actually is a really good pair too. But yeah, I love our kitchen, it's cute. And I especially love that fridge from the kitchen pack. There's something satisfying about being able to see the shed out the window too. It just feels quite realistic. Nice splashback tiles there, cereal boxes. Love that kitchen kit. And then looking back at our table there, to our right is our bathroom. And we went with a green bathroom in here. And it looks like it would smell really good like donuts. That's a bathtub. Bathtubs are nice to have if you've got a toddler or an infant, because it's cute to wash them in the bath, although you can just use a sink. It's just not necessarily as effective. Upstairs on our landing, we've got some plants, a comfy chair, and then we also have the mudroom kind of bench thing here, which I love that design. Just around here, we have our art room, which could be a bedroom, and I do love the mural that's been painted on the wall as well. That's a nice thing to put in an art room. Again, it's definitely a very creative space, very well lived in, and you could turn this into any room that you want. Maybe you want another bedroom, maybe you want it to be a little home gym or another office. Handy room to have. This room is quite pretty. This is our nursery room, and it's blue and yellow. I think this wallpaper helps give it a little bit more of a, I don't know if contemporary is the right word, but it makes it a little less fancy, perhaps, because all of this stuff is very fancy looking. And our sim here is enjoying the rocking chair. Out of the whole house, this is where she goes. I'm not sure why they have a Bella Goth book here, but she wrote a autobiography or something. I'm glad they actually have that. That's so funny. In here is the upstairs bathroom, and these look really good together, these wallpapers. From the mudroom kit and also the sleek bathroom. They look so pretty together, those blush colors. Definitely a good combo there. And then the Desert Luxe curtain in that pinky color, that pink shell. I think I might use that combo again, actually. And then we come to the upstairs bedroom. There's a nice walk-in wardrobe here with our little vanity area, which looks comfy. Very nice, very nice. And then we come down here to the main part of the bedroom. This was probably the most difficult room because I was trying really hard to blend different kits together. If this wasn't a kit build, I think I would have done this room quite differently, but in saying that, I think it still works. And then there's also the bassinet there, the TV, those beautiful hydrangeas, which I love. Actually, my hydrangeas are starting to come out now that it's spring, which is good. I need to do a gardening vlog soon on my other channel. That reminds me. So yeah, that's the house build. Let me know what you guys thought. And like I said, I'll upload it to the gallery. As always, thank you so much to my amazing members for all of your support. If you'd like to get a bonus video every week and access to a library of over 100 behind the scenes videos, if you just want to binge them quickly, you can join by clicking the link in the description down below. And also you can use the code word the creator code Deligracy to directly support this channel as well. But most of all, thank you everyone for being here and watching, and I would love to hear your ideas for future videos in the comments down below. Hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to speak to you all soon. Dag dag!